How's it going, people? Welcome back to AFTV and welcome back to News Daily. Rob, what are you saying?
I'm good, man. I'll tell you, I've been filming Best of Enemies, man, and they really shocked me. You know, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they came with like a big birthday surprise. You're gonna have to watch it over on the Don Robbie channel when it comes out.
It sounded mad. Even I didn't see it, so I need to watch it tomorrow.
They got me. I was shocked.
Good.
But no, it was good. So yeah, no, good to be here, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, good to be here.
No days off. The day before your birthday, you're still
nah,
here.
Man, I'm actually gonna take tomorrow off. So, you know, spend a bit of time with the fam and thing, you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's gotta be done.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man.
Yeah. All good. Listen, Rob.
Wait, before you start there.
Go on. Here we go.
Before you start there, you know what I mean? It's just a little something just run on my mind.
Yeah, don't forget you man played last night as well, cause I know where this is going.
What are you on about?
Go on, talk. Go on, let's hear it.
No, something just because this morning I did a podcast for these guys 433.
Yeah. I've heard of them.
Nice people, but the guy was based over in Amsterdam.
Oh yeah, no, I've been down a few times, 8 times to be precise.
And there's something that said to me, Amsterdam, the Netherlands, they played Turkey. I'm like, what was the score in that game?
Rob, man. I can't.
6-1. Hey, yo, it's peak for you, you know. Right? Because you know what? At least I've only got to just suffer the Arsenal. But you got Turkey and Arsenal. I mean, bro, I'm feeling it for you right now, man.
Add Ireland to that.
6-1.
Listen, it's all mad. I don't know what's going on.
6.
I need all the managers out right now for every club. Turkey, Ireland, and Arsenal. I need them all out. Maybe they can transfer between themselves.
You know the worst thing about it, people, right? On Monday, you guys obviously wouldn't see this, but we was having a meeting. And I was on a Zoom call, and this guy here started running up his mouth. Oh, Robbie, did you see the Jamaica score? What was the score and all that? Jamaica, I think they lost 3-0, didn't they?
To Panama, yeah.
Energy's gone, bro.
Well, you drew 1-1 to Costa Rica last night as well, and England drew 1-1 to Poland. So
yeah, you know what?
So,
it's a good game, actually.
It was. It actually was.
Enjoyed that game. It was a good game.
They deserved it in the end, I think. Poland. I think they was applying pressure.
No, I thought England should have won that game.
After England won 1-0
second half, it was all England.
Yeah.
And then like the last sort of 5 minutes, so Poland really went for it. And Lewandowski, quality player, man, great delivery. And it's a good game.
People are saying, no wonder Turkish is more negative than positive. What do you not want from me? My team's finishing 8th, losing the first 3 games of the season. My country's last in the Euros. Ronaldo breaks the record against Republic of Ireland. Obviously, I'm quarter Irish as well. I don't know what's going on.
And they're terrible as well, aren't they? Republic of Ireland.
They're the worst out of the 3. Out of Arsenal, Turkey and Ireland, they're bottom.
What's going wrong with the Republic of Ireland, man? Oh, man. It's his peak at the moment.
This is why I'm watching MMA now. UFC. That's what I'm on now.
Paddy the Buddy.
Trust me. Big debut for him. But listen, there is some Arsenal news today. Arteta had the press conference. Letizier's come out with some quotes. There's a hint of a Jack Wilshere not returned to Arsenal, but maybe allowed to train. So there's a few things we're going to get through. But let's start on the Jack Wilshere. You know, a lot of media outlets are suggesting that Arteta opened the door to his return, but the press conference actually, you know, clearly asked him, would you allow Jack Wilshere to come and train with the club? And I've got his exact quotes here. So if you give me a sec, I'll bring them out. Because don't forget, Arteta played with Jack, and he said, he's someone that I know, I share the dressing room with. He's so loved around the club with every person here. Our doors are always open.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, it's great to hear that because, you know, Jack Wilshere's given so much to this club. And I always get really sad when I hear, you know, when I see the guy was so talented, right? And could have been an absolute Arsenal great. And the only thing that stopped him has been injuries.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing about it. You know, it's not been because of lack of commitment. It's not been because of any other circumstance. It's not been because he's been unprofessional off the pitch, anything like that. It's just injuries. It's just bad luck. And I really feel it for him. What I'd love to see, and I'm probably just dreaming here, would be for him to come in, train with Arsenal, and maybe just regain back something where they say, you know what, Jack?
Oh, Robbie, Rob. Treading on thin ice.
As I said, it's a dream, but...
Yeah, I know what you mean, because we all love Jack Wilshere, let's be honest.
Let's give Jack a go, you know, he's not looking too bad, you know what I mean? But it's so sad, because, you know, with players like Jack Wilshere, Abu Diaby as well, these guys are so talented. And I think this is the side of football that a lot of fans don't see is the injuries to players. You know, a player wants to get out there. He wants to do what he's been doing since he was like probably 8 years old, 7 years old, which is play football. And he's denied that because of injuries. And it's a really, really sad thing to see. And I wish all the best to Jack Wilshere. He's an Arsenal fan through and through. He loves the club. I've met him on a few occasions. Great guy. And it probably is not going to be at Arsenal, but I hope that he can come back to Arsenal, maybe do some training and get himself a move.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's still got unfulfilled business to do as far as I'm concerned.
Wilshere is Arsenal.
What's he, 28, 29?
Yeah, about 28, 29, yeah, late 20s.
I mean, you never know. He could regain back some fitness and have another 3-4 years of his career. Or maybe, you never know, maybe with Jack Wilshere, maybe his career rests in management or something like that.
Well, a lot of the young players at this club look up to him as well. I remember Saka posted something about Jack recently when Jack was going through his troubles, and he said, we always looked up to you in Hayland. You know, you showed us that you can make it. You can be on the big stage.
What I mean? When you're a young player coming through, you know, you want to see a pathway.
Yeah.
And Jack Wilshere
created that.
Showed all of those youngsters at Hayland a pathway. That if you're good enough, you're going to get into that first team. So, you know, I really hope, you know, but it's good that, you know, I'm glad that Arsenal are opening the doors to him and saying, listen, if you want to train, come and train with us.
Yeah, I think it's
fantastic.
The least we could do.
Absolute least.
When I think of Wilshere, listen, you said a lot of nice things there, and I think that's all Arsenal fans can say about Wilshere, how disappointed we are it didn't work out and through no fault of his own. And listen, he was a captain in the making for a lot of us, even me. And I look at him, and I also look at Fabregas, two of the youngsters that I've loved since we've moved into the Emirates. And Saka is the next one in line. And I really hope... And Smith Rowe, yeah, of course. But Saka, for me, is the one that leads the pack. And for me, I want this club to learn off the past mistakes in terms of overburning some of the youngsters, in terms of protecting them with quality experience. I want them to learn off Fabregas and Wilshere and make sure Saka, Emil Smith Rowe, these men are protected. They're not learning at the moment.
Because at the moment, those are our main guys.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Those are our main guys at the moment. And, you know, you're right. You know what I mean? I was thinking about it the other day and I was saying somebody like Saka, somebody like Smith Rowe, they shouldn't even be playing every week.
Yeah.
They should still probably be used a little bit, not sparingly, but...
You look at the examples of Greenwood and Foden.
Yeah, exactly. So they basically, it shouldn't be heaped upon their shoulders what's going on at the moment. You know what I mean? The senior players, and I think Edu said that the other day in his... in that interview that he did, that you know, they expecting the senior players to be the players that these guys look up to, but at the moment it's the other way around.
Yeah,
the senior players are looking to them and saying, "Yeah, come on, Saka, do something." You know what I mean? And yeah, you know, you are right when you say to that, and you know, that's something that needs to be addressed. The senior players now, they have to step up.
They have to.
You see, this Saturday, Norwich City, Aubameyang, Lacazette.
Running out of senior players.
I'm running out of senior players. I was about to say Aubameyang. I was about to say Xhaka, but he ain't playing.
Partey and Tierney.
Tierney, is he a senior player? He's still a kid as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're right. Yeah,
he's still a youngster as well.
He's senior by maturity, not by
Leno.
age.
You know, but these players have to step up now. You see, they can't just keep letting the youngsters have to carry the can.
Yeah,
they got to step up and say, guys, this is how we're doing it. We're winning this game. We are defeating Norwich. We're going to Burnley and we're going to stick one on them as well, right? If they come physical, we're going to back it. And then we got the game after that, Tottenham, we're winning that as well. And we're doing this for the fans and we're doing this for the manager. And that's what I want to see those senior players do. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and find out. On the team this Saturday, obviously Arteta had a few things to say, and I've picked out a few quotes. James has got Straight Outta Coney released at 8 p.m. So 8
Great
p.m.
show,
tonight.
I love that show.
100%. You have to delve into what our manager's saying. So look out for that 8 p.m. It'll be out on AFTV. But I have picked out a few to discuss with Robbie, and he was asked on the effect a full squad would have. Edu mentioned the full squad and the importance of it a lot in the 2 interviews he done on the weekend. Arteta said, I'm really looking forward to having everyone available again and trying to start the season the way we want. We don't want to use any excuses. We know how difficult the start was with injuries, COVID issues. We had an extremely difficult games we have to reset now, and we need to get everyone back on track and start to win games, which is what we have to do.
I think it's fair enough what he says there. You know what I mean? I think one thing, and it's still not acceptable what's happened so far, but one thing we do have to always take into account is that we have had a lot of injuries and we have had players out with COVID, and they haven't been fringe players, they've been vital players. He's not making an excuse when he says that is facts. Those players have been missing. I feel now that those players are back for this weekend, he has no excuses.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a game that we have to win. We're at home. And, you know, I think Thomas Partey, if he's back, that's key. You know, Lacazette would have been able to train properly.
Yeah.
Because the thing is about, you know, even coming back after COVID, I mean, I've had it. And it really does weaken you. So, I mean, I don't know how badly Lacazette had it, but he obviously had it bad because he was out of that game. It's not, you know what I mean, it's a thing that weakens you. It's like, imagine you've had the flu and you've had the flu bad. You're not going to run out on the pitch the day after and play. It's going to have a little effect on you. It's going to take you a few days to recover. So he's had a recovery period now. The other players have had a recovery period. Ben White, again, another player who had COVID. So hopefully now these players are going to be fully fit. Now they have to deliver.
That's the main thing.
Now they have to deliver because there is no excuse this weekend. I've seen some people like, I was doing a stream the other day and some guy goes, oh, here comes Robbie again with mitigating, because I've used that word a lot. But there has been some mitigating circumstances, but there will be none this weekend.
None whatsoever.
There will be none. We need to see a victory. The most important thing for me is a victory. 3 points. But I think if Arsenal can back that up with a performance as well, then that sets us in good stead in that road to recovery from a poor start to the season. So, yeah, I think he's right to say what he said there.
Yeah, no, and you know what? Even with that debate and amongst us Arsenal fans, I think there's a lot of things that we go back and forth over that in reality we pretty much agree on. It's just the way we look at it is slightly different. Like what you say about being fair. I think you've got to be fair in life. You've got to be fair in business, and you've got to look at things fairly in order to have an informed opinion and structured debate, let's say. But at the same time, I get the other side of the coin where fans are frustrated with being fair because they feel like they've been too fair. But what the reality is, we both agree, whether you're one side or the other side, you're both in agreement that either being fair is far gone now because we've allowed it to happen for far too long, or in reality, you know, we can see it's fair, but we also have to understand the bigger picture.
I think Turkish. You said Curtis there.
Everyone's Laurie does it as well.
I think Turkish right that what's really been damaging in those first 3 defeats has been the lack of performance.
Yeah, big time.
There's been nothing to hold on to. You haven't said to yourself, you know what? Wow, we peppered
Brentford at least.
We peppered Brentford. Or that game against Chelsea was a tight game. Or you know what, we went to City and we really gave a good account of ourselves. We didn't in any of those games. And that's what's made it worse. And that's what's led to the frustration.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why people are like, I don't want to hear nothing about injuries. I don't want to hear it because there's not been a performance. But there has been reasons why, you know, you could make a case and say, well, there's reasons for that poor start, but
look, there's a reason that
we want to see a performance. You know what I mean? You can't because at the end of the day, this is a football club and a football season. Throughout that season, unless you get really, really lucky, you're going to have times when your back's against the wall with injuries, with COVID now, with players returning back, not having a proper pre-season. That happens to all clubs. So you've got to be, as a big club like Arsenal, you've got to be able to cope with those pressures. And we haven't. We've fallen apart in those 3 games.
And failed to take ownership of it. And
that's why the other day when I heard Edu speaking and him not even wanting to talk about league positions, and I'm like, that really annoyed me because that's almost like you're scared. You're scared to put your chest out there and say, you know what? We've had a poor start to the season, but chill out. We're coming back.
Yeah.
We're coming roaring back. That's what I want to see.
At least they should be confident in what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, this is Arsenal Football Club. That's what I want to see. And it's like you're frightened to say it. Because you're thinking, what if I lose?
They're going to hold me to account.
No, come on. Come on, be bold.
That's what we need.
This is Arsenal Football Club.
That's what we need. We've got a couple of super chats here. One from Rab. He says, if you lose this, do a close-up of Lee's teeth grinding. I'm sure Scarfuggery will have that in check anyway. He's on to us, trust me. He had a recent release. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it.
He had a recent release, man. And you're in it as well.
Am I in it?
Yeah, you're in it. I can't lie.
I have to watch it after the show, man. He is funny. So I'll give him some juice, man. He's funny.
Jonathan says, as a Chelsea fan, I want Arsenal to be a competitive force in the league again. Big up to AFTV. What an inspiration. Love for the love, man.
Thank you very much, man. You know what? The funny thing is about it is that we were discussing this the other day, and we were saying, would you want your rival to go down? And I personally wouldn't want to see Chelsea, Tottenham and that go down. I want to see them suffer, right? But you want to play them.
Tottenham, I'd love if they go down. I can't lie.
Would you?
I'd love if they go down.
I don't know. So I want them in the... You know, I remember speaking to to a Newcastle fan who said to me that at first he was glad that Sunderland went down. But he's like, no, I wish they hadn't. He goes, I don't want them to suffer.
The rivalry
but I want them there so that because he goes, I miss those derby games and I miss the rivalry and I miss...
Yeah,
and he goes, they're just irrelevant. He goes, I don't even talk about them. So that's how I look on it. I'm like...
No, I can't lie, because if I look at why Man United are a rival, is because we were challenging for titles together. And if you ask me, do I want to see United relegated? Not so much, because I want that rivalry to come back again.
Yeah, I want to see them suffer.
Yeah, suffer,
like,
yes.
You know, like they want to see us suffer.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to see them go down because, you know, I enjoy those games and I enjoy the rivalry.
There's history behind that.
Yeah.
There's history behind that. Robbie, if you were to give what he calls a Don slap, let's say if you were to sack, who would be the recipient? Arteta, Edu or Xhaka?
See, at this moment, listen, I don't like using the word sack and sacking people and that, but I do feel that Mikel Arteta has to win this game this weekend.
100%.
I do feel that if he loses this, what case can you make for him staying in the job?
The problem is, Rob, what case can you make even today before the game?
Well, that's it.
Which is mad.
There is no case you can make at the moment, but the only case I guess you could make is that, you know, he's had a tough start and he's had a lot of injuries and stuff like that. So, but going into this game, as you just said at the start of the show, there is no real big injury concerns. The players who've had COVID have returned back. And we're playing Norwich at home.
Yeah.
It's no excuses, man. He has to win this game. I feel that if he lost this game, 4 defeats in a row.
Mad.
Two
newly promoted
sides.
Yeah, Man City, Chelsea, one thing. Brentford, Norwich, another.
I feel that's untenable.
Yeah, well, we know, and I think we all agree that there was a couple moments in the past year that he should have gone for, but here we are, you know, predicting maybe the next moment.
I feel he's a very lucky manager.
Of course.
I think what we can see is that the owners of this football club have got a lot of faith in him. I think it's more that they've invested so much into him because they've given him a lot of money to spend. They made a very bold move in appointing him when a lot of people were like, Arteta, he's never managed before.
Yeah.
You know, but they were like, no, we feel that this guy is going to be the next big thing. So they've invested a lot into it. So they don't want it to go wrong. And we don't want it to go wrong. But if he lost to Norwich...
That's it. Forget Burnley. I can't even think about the next game if we lose to Norwich.
You can't stay after that, surely. But... who knows?
Exactly. You got to laugh, Rob. Otherwise, you're just going to burst out crying. It's your birthday tomorrow.
He just needs to win the game. That's all I want to see, man. Just win the game this week. Get that victory. Get 3 points and get going in this season.
That was exactly the word I was going to use. Yo-Yo said Arteta is Teflon, and that was the word that was going through my head.
Teflon Don.
Yeah. Arteta was asked about how important it is to deliver a good performance. Me and Lee was talking earlier on the Forever Arsenal podcast, and we actually said, you know, the performance is more important than the result because the performance will bring the result. Against Norwich, if you have a great performance, a club like Arsenal having a great performance against Norwich means a win in and around that, because you can't have a great performance against Norwich at home without winning. So for me, it can't be a 1-0, it can't be a scrapers, it can't be a tough game for 60 minutes and then...
I disagree.
Yeah? You just want the 3 points now?
Listen, I want to see a performance.
Yeah.
And a performance I feel is important to get people kind of slightly off his back, but he has to win. And at the end of the day, if it's a 1-0 and it's a penalty and we win 1-0, it's still 3 points and we're on our way. You can have a performance and we draw 1-1. We could pepper them, 20 shots. We score one and then they get a penalty at the end or something like that, and it's still not a win. The most important thing, as far as I'm concerned, is 3 points. I want to see a performance, and I feel he has to. I'm kind of slightly contradicting myself because he needs a performance to start winning back the fans, but it doesn't matter about performance if you don't get those 3 points. So the 3 points is the most important thing about that game. I can't even imagine losing it.
And he said, well, not similar to, but kind of similar to what I said. He said, I just want to focus on the performance because that will lead to the result. Everyone is going to talk about winning, but you have to earn the right to do that. And unfortunately, in the last few games, we have done basic things that haven't allowed us to compete. If we do those right, we will be much closer to winning. It sounds like the whole fine margin stuff from last season. Remember when a lot of losses were put down to fine margins? That's something we can't hear. After 150 million outlay, numerous outgoings, numerous incomings, fine margins.
No, the excuses are gone. You can't say, it's not his team no more.
Yeah.
You can't blame Ozil.
Yeah.
Even
Ozil put it on him recently on a tweet.
You can't blame Bellerin. You can't blame, it's your team now. These are your team, your signings, your project. Deliver.
Yeah.
End of.
And just to highlight, Tomiyasu's out. Well, not out, but he hasn't got a work permit yet.
Oh, is it?
So they're trying to sort that out. I'm not going to blame the club yet. Let's find out what's really happened. But it wouldn't surprise me if we was a bit late with the fax machine and all of that.
Oh my God.
Big up, Dom.
He's the player. Out of all the players we've signed here, he's the player I'm most intrigued to see.
Yeah, to see, yeah.
I really want to see him play. So I'll be gutted if he's not in.
Because he played left centre-back for Japan the other day. He played on the left side.
Yeah, he can play. Oh, left centre-back.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he could play left centre-back. I think he only played right.
I've heard right, left, right, wing back, right, 1-0. So he kept the clean sheet.
Okay.
So that's a positive, China.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how big a game that is, but yeah, they got the job done. We got a super chat here from
a clean sheet against Turkey, isn't it?
Listen, don't make me go back to Jamaica, yeah. Cause Costa Rica, they ain't got Parlour one chop on that no more. I don't know who they got, and you're drawing to them. Big up Don Robbie.
Joel Campbell.
Is he still there?
I think he still plays,
Swear, he might do still.
I think he still plays.
And listen, big up all the Jamaicans in the chat.
Listen,
come at man, drawing me out, and then when I rip this side, now you're not gonna think I'm against it. I'm for you, man. Trust me.
I'm gonna run off him out. I don't know what I'm going. Hey,
Crucial Robbie's back out. What?
Hey, Gaza, Tivoli Gardens, Rima, stand up. Listen, man, I run off him out.
Love to all the Jamaicans in the chat, man. Don't listen to Robbie, man. Someone says it's their Canaris says it's their birthday tomorrow as well. Big up, Turkish.
Big up, man. Happy birthday, man. Share it with me.
Yeah, trust me.
10th of September. Big up yourself.
You gonna tell the people what age you're turning, or?
No, man. I can't believe it. I'm getting old.
You are getting old. It's time to sign this thing over to me or something.
Yeah,
you need to put someone else in charge.
I'm thinking that as well.
There we go.
You got a game and get grief off of people.
I get it anyway, so I might as well sign on the dotted line for it.
Nah, listen. You know what? Please, Arsenal, man, just make this a nice weekend, man. I'm confident actually that we're going to win.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
So
I think the break has kind of come at the right time for us. How crazy is that? That normally we'd all be sitting here saying, "Oh my God, man, why did we have to have an international break? Only 3 games gone. I'm pissed off." And actually, we're all glad that we had it.
We needed it.
We needed it.
Well, we needed it as well.
Especially to try and get some of the players back and that, you know?
Yeah, and it's helped because I think that when you look at the side that we're assuming will play this weekend, it's quite, not exciting, but intriguing. Because there's a lot of players there.
I really hope Thomas Partey's fit to start the game.
Yeah, and I want Lokonga to partner him.
Yeah.
I really want Tomiyasu in. I really want that work permit sorted. Yeah. So essentially you'd have, Leno or Ramsdale, I'm happy with, whatever. Ben White, Gabriel, intrigued. Tomiyasu, Tierney, happy with. Lokonga, Partey, happy, intrigued. And then the front four,
I guess the only thing with like some of those players is that they ain't played yet. So what's their fitness going to be like? We know they'll be fit, but match fitness level. Someone like a Gabriel hasn't really played yet, you know.
It's been a while.
Hasn't had a pre-season. That's the only thing, you know what I mean? Same with Partey. Had a bit of a pre-season, but then been injured out for a while.
How ready is he?
Yeah, so that's the only thing that I'm a bit wary of. You know what I mean? They're not going to come in
a few surprises.
Full speed, are they? So it wouldn't surprise me, actually, if you saw an El Neni start or something like that. But I hope Partey starts.
So do I, Rob. So do I. And you know, no, El Nene's out 2-3 weeks.
Oh,
it was confirmed earlier. Yeah. El Nene's out. Jack is suspended. So it's Partey, Lokonga, or Maitland-Niles maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
I didn't want to let Maitland-Niles go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Chance to play in midfield.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it's that. Or is he behind Tomiyasu now for right back? Like, what is going on? So, Shress here says, I want Mikel out. Lost to Emery in Europa. Poorly. Lost more than Emery. Criticised by sponsors. Not sold. Bought players. We lost pre-season and 3 Premier League games out. So I think he's just accumulating all of the stress.
Yeah, but I think, you know what, listen, he's not out yet. So I feel that now we have to look to this week and start from this week. As I said, if he loses this weekend, I think it's untenable. But if he wins this weekend, then we give him, we've got to start giving him a chance. Let's see if he can bring us out of this situation, because that's also good management as well. When you're in a really tough situation, what can you do to lift us out of that situation? Yeah. You know, that's a good manager as well. So let's see.
Love for the love, people. I'm going to go through some more super chats soon, but I do want to move on to the next topic, and it's slightly, above the players and the manager. Edu had an interview last week, 2 interviews last week. Ray Parlour recently, your mate Ray, he recently mentioned...
Big up Ray, man.
He recently mentioned... the hatchet was buried. He recently mentioned Overmars gave him a call and, said, I want to come to the club. Now, Overmars was asked about that, and on AFTV, he didn't dismiss it. So he never dismissed it. He never said he didn't say that. What he did say was, as I've said before a number of times, we're really enjoying ourselves here. We're moving in the right direction. The 4 of us form good management, and that's important. We're like a family. We are close. That's important too. But who knows? We might have some good news soon. I'm not getting any younger. I've been offered the opportunity to go elsewhere too. That's what happens, and it's always good to consider a move. But then I just think about how well things are going here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If your old shoes are still comfy, keep wearing them. It's a bit of a...
Yeah.
It's a bit of a...
Left it open.
Yeah, it's a bit of a teaser.
Left it open in case... Listen, if Arsenal come knocking, he's been at Ajax for quite a while now.
Yeah.
He may want to come and, take over from Edu.
It will be
Edu's under pressure.
Immense amount of pressure.
Edu's under serious pressure. And I don't think he helped himself with that interview the other day. The signings have got to come good, and the signings are all a massive gamble.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone out there and he hasn't selected any established player, has he? Out of all those signings, there's not one player that you're like
100.
They're all potential.
Yeah, well, Partey is the one, but that was...
but I'm talking about this season.
Oh, this season, okay, yeah. 100%.
Every single signing he's made
is
potential.
Yeah, we hope it comes.
Ramsdale, potential. Ben White, potential. Tavares, potential. Sambi Lokonga, potential. Odegaard, potential.
Tomiyasu,
potential. Not one established player out of those players. They're all potentially they could be good.
Yeah.
If he gets it wrong, I think he could get the job.
He has
even
to.
Before Arteta. So he's under serious pressure. Overmars will know that. And so, he's right. He's got to leave. He'd be stupid, really, to say, no chance I'm going to Arsenal. I'm staying here at Ajax. I would absolutely not, So he's smart in what he said.
We've got a question here for you, Rob. It says, have you ever talked about Wenger coming back as a caretaker? You promised you would last week, but haven't seen a video yet.
No, I don't think I would like to really see that.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, right?
What
if Mikel Arteta lost his job, go and get Kante, go and get, because a lot of people just say about Kante because he's there and he's available. And for me, he would be my number one priority. He'd be the manager I'd be going to get straight away. Yeah. But if he's not available, this is Arsenal Football Club. So you should still be able to go to even a Brendan Rodgers and say, you know what? I know you were... because remember, consider this, yeah? Brendan Rodgers was at Celtic.
Yeah.
They were closing in on the league.
Yep.
And Leicester went to Celtic, who were a huge club, and said, we want you, and we don't want you at the end of the season, we want you now. And he came. So that's how you have to operate. So
you have to.
To me, Arsenal would then need to identify a load of big targets out there and try and get one of them away from those clubs. So I think Arsene Wenger, he's doing a good job at FIFA. Is it FIFA or UEFA he's at?
Yeah.
I think,
FIFA.
I wouldn't want to see him come back as a caretaker. If Mikel Arteta went, go and get a proper manager to take over.
Yeah, and there's quotes from Kante following the fallout from the Tottenham talks and whatnot, and I was trying to bring it up now, but I couldn't find it. But a direct quote was, I like difficult challenges, because he was trying to dismiss the idea that he needs everything on a plate. Yeah, because that's been this, and again, that's not true, because even when he came at Chelsea, that was not an 10th. It was 10th.
Yeah, that was a difficult job.
Yeah.
So...
Inter Milan, they hadn't finished top 4 for quite a while.
I mean? Even like people say, oh, yeah, but he had Lukaku. Yeah, so I had to remind people, say, yo, I think he bought Lukaku.
He went in and demanded them,
But not only that, remember Lukaku left Man United, right? And everybody was like, the United fans were like, good riddance. You ain't good enough. And he turned Lukaku into the player he is.
Lukaku gives him a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, he turned that guy around. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I mean, I personally think if the owners are ambitious enough, a guy like Kante is definitely gettable.
Yeah, and we shouldn't as fans sit here and essentially us saying to each other we can't get him.
Yeah.
It's us making excuses for the owners we know thrive off of that.
I hate this stuff where
we should be demanding the best.
We never get him.
Yeah,
why?
Why not?
Why? We should be able to. This is a huge club. We should be able to get Kante.
We should be able to. There's a lot of birthdays as well. Lubert says it's his birthday today and he hopes Arsenal don't take the L. Come on, big up Lubert.
In the building.
Happy birthday, my guy. He said he's working today, and if they win, he'll celebrate on the weekend.
I love that, man. I'll drink a drink with you, bro.
Trust me, I'm sure you will. You're off for the next couple of days. Well, not couple, one day, innit? I'd love it if we got Luis Enrique and Michael Edwards as technical director. Enrique is a great coach that gets the best out of players, and Edwards was huge in making Liverpool what they are today. There's a few combinations out there that are intriguing.
There's managers out there, man. There's managers out there. If you're a big club, you go and get that manager.
Yeah.
You identify the big targets and you go and get them and you bring them in. And I'm convinced that somebody like Antonio Conte could turn around some of these failing players. These players are not, there'll be people who will say, they're all rubbish. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Because we can, you can.
These players are not all rubbish.
I'm
telling you.
Like we said this weekend, we expect a team there where maybe 80% of the team is players I can't associate with the downfall of our club. I can't say you players were part of what we are now and you are the reason, because we've got such a fresh looking side. Hopefully this weekend, we'll see. There was some more quotes. I just see a super chat here. Yeah, here we are. Shress says, need Statman Dave. Have Arsenal strung 5 passes together in the opposition half till now.
I saw that the other day.
Watched Henri's interview with Conte. He is a winner.
Yeah, I saw that stat the other day about our performances have been terrible. Absolutely diabolical so far.
Not even no positives.
There's been no performances. And, even under Arsene Wenger, we lose games, but everybody was like, yeah, we play some great football. Or we pepper the team, but we haven't done that.
Yeah, we haven't. We haven't. And I got these quotes out. They are from Matt Letizia, which is a bit odd considering he has no real connection with Arsenal Football Club. But he had an interview on a podcast in the last 24 hours, I believe. And he was asked about Arsenal. And he said, I can tell you from a contact inside the Arsenal camp, at Arsenal, the problem isn't with the manager. The problem is all in the changing room from what I'm hearing. There is a lot of disharmony in the changing room, and that's something which is very difficult for a manager. Even though it might be the player's fault, we always know what happens when things go wrong. And it's always the manager who carries the can. And it's odd for me because Matt Letizia out of nowhere, I've never really associated Matt Letizia with that.
Southampton legend, isn't he?
Yeah, with that type of media, you get people in the media that will attack Arsenal or chase the big headlines. I've never saw Laetitia as that, so I kind of listen to that.
Yeah, but hold on. He's saying there's disharmony in the camp. It's not the manager.
He said, well, he's insinuating there's been disharmony in the camp, and that's been difficult for the manager.
It's your job as a manager
to manage it,
to get everybody on the same page, get everybody fighting as one.
At the least, at the bare minimum.
There can be disharmony in the camp. You know what I mean? There was disharmony in the camp at Chelsea before Tuchel came. Rudiger, apparently there was a big war between him and Lampard going on.
Yep.
Alonso, the fans wanted him out. Jorginho's head was down. You know what I mean? There was disharmony in that camp. The manager's job to harmonise the place. That's why you're paid. Otherwise, you wouldn't need a manager, would you?
Yeah, just get along.
Get a coach with a tactical board to give you a few tactics, and you just run out there and play. That's your job. Your job is to bring the place together. You can't just put it all on the play. Of course, there can be disharmony in teams, especially when you're losing. There'll be nobody happy around there, is there?
Do you think we are where we are because of said disharmony and the inexperience in Arteta coming together? You can't really fix the harmony in the dressing room if you never have.
Yeah, I just feel that Mikel Arteta, when he got the job, he's never managed before.
Yeah.
So, in a one aspect, Laetitia could be right, but that's your job, is to, as I said, manage that situation. That's why sometimes you have just like they'll get a manager and bring him into a failing company. There's disharmony in that failing company.
Yeah.
There may be talent in that company, there may be good people in that company, but the manager, your job is to come in, root out the bad apples and get everybody back on one page. So
you're not hearing that.
It's a bit like an ex-player just sort of saying, I don't want to call out the manager, but it's disharmony. That's how that comes across to me. It all starts at the top.
Yep.
And it trickles down. So you at the top, you got to do your job.
They haven't been doing that for a long time.
You know that.
Let me get through some super chats. Rob Super Relaxed says Norwich and Arsenal will be just as hungry for the win.
Of course, Norwich.
100%.
I mean, you've done a preview on Box to Box.
You see how confident he was.
I did a preview. Yeah, they're hungry. Do you know what I mean? Norwich feel that they can get a result this weekend.
Yeah.
And remember, a point for Norwich would be a great result for them.
It'd be terrible for us.
And would be absolutely disastrous for us. So, don't think Norwich are not going to come there thinking they've got nothing to lose. Norwich have had a very, very tough start to the season. They've played Man City, Liverpool, Leicester, and now us. That is a seriously tough... their fans would have looked on that and said, probably ain't going to get no points from them 4 games. Right? So they got nothing to lose. No, they ain't going to sack their manager if they lose a game. Because realistically, the owners would have looked on that start and they would have said, that's horrific.
Yeah.
But we're not going to stay in this league by winning those games. But if they come and they got a point, that's like a victory.
These are throwaway games for them, especially at the start of the season.
All the pressure in that game is on Arsenal, not Norwich.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Harold here says, Man U fan, I love a good comeback story. Would love for Arteta to turn it around. Love integrity, stay strong.
Yeah, Man United fans saying comeback story. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't want Man United fans feeling sorry for us.
Everyone does right now, Rob. I can't lie.
When it's so bad that people are starting to say, you know what? I used to love the old Arsenal and, loved it. It's terrible.
Man don't even rip me no more. They're like,
man ain't even bantering us now.
Like, are you
they
right?
Can't be bothered. They're like, Robbie, I've given you so much grief. That I'm just going to ease off now because it's like...
Too much.
You know what I mean?
It's too easy.
You know what I mean? It just reminded me of back in the day, man. Like, you did boxing and you're thumping up a man in the gym. And you're just like, this guy is...
Yeah, you can't get him with me again, man. Yeah, you can't get him with me
This
again.
is unfair. You know what I mean?
Imagine when I was in school dismissing every other team around me. Only Man United fans could talk to me when I was in school.
Yeah.
Liverpool fans couldn't talk to me with all the titles they had. And now here we are. I'm about to raise a son that's going to be exactly like those Liverpool fans talking about, my dad supports Arsenal and that's why.
But the thing is, right? Liverpool showed that you can turn it around.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool were, when I was growing up, Liverpool were the best team in this country. Liverpool used to win everything. And then how many years? 17, 18 years without winning the league. And
No, 30 years without the league.
30 years, sorry,
without
30
a
years,
trophy,
yeah. And then they turned it around. Won the league easily, won the Champions League, you know what I mean? And they just done that it's the manager that did that.
Yeah, definitely. You look at what turned it around for them.
Yeah.
You can say Rodgers had a good period before, but Klopp really picked up a mess and he turned it into what it was.
Did anybody know who Trent Alexander-Arnold was before he came in? Did anyone know Andy Robertson? Did anyone really, when Salah came in, did they think he'd do that?
Mane, same thing.
Yeah, Mane.
Firmino, same thing.
Henderson. Did you think to yourself, wow, these guys are world beaters? You didn't, did you? So the manager. So that's why the manager's job is so important.
It is. And someone Hart says, I'd go for Graham Potter, underrated coach.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's a massive...
Graham Potter has done a great job. Contrary to what people even think, Graham Potter has managed before. He's managed at Ostersund's. They played great football at Ostersund. I remember going over there.
They beat us, innit?
And they beat us at the Emirates.
Yeah.
And, you know, he took that team, I think, from the bottom division in Sweden to the top of the division. So he's done his apprenticeship. I'm still not sure if he'd be the guy I'd want to see in charge at Arsenal. I think that, you know, I want to see a manager who's got European experience of winning trophies, and that. He hasn't got that yet. I still look on Graham Potter as a manager on the rise. So for me, the next job for him should be the next step up. And some people will say that is Arsenal right now, but you know, I
know what
think,
you mean. Like.
Yeah, like, you know, if he went to I don't know, a Newcastle or a Villa or something like that, you know what I mean? A club where the demands are higher than Brighton, but still not high that would expect you to win every game.
Yeah, natural progression.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, at Arsenal, you as a manager, you're expected to win like every game. You're under pressure.
Yeah, 100%.
So that needs an elite manager, a manager who's done it in Europe, a manager who's been under them pressures before, a manager who's used to having to deal with big egos and big players. You know, Graham Potter hasn't had to...
Yeah, Graham Potter comes with more be patient.
Yeah, he hasn't had to deal with that. Who's going to come to his dressing room and, you know...
It goes back to being fair again, Rob. If Graham Potter came in, all the good things you said, I agree with, but to be fair on Graham Potter, you'd need to give that sort of a manager time. But with Kante, yes, you need to give him time, but you'd know that he's coming in and he's bringing what he's done in the past.
Time's run out now.
Yeah.
There ain't no time for any manager coming in right now because it's been a long time. So we ain't even been in Europe for 3 seasons. Now, when I say Europe, I mean real Europe.
I didn't have a beard the last time we won the league title. I didn't have a beard.
I say real Europe, I'm on about the Champions League. I'm not on about no Europa League, right? We ain't been in how many, 3-4 years?
What, Champions League?
Yeah.
Oh, my first appearance on AFTV was when we flew back from Munich. the last fixtures we had by February 2017. 4.5 years now.
That's what I'm demanding of the next manager, Champions League.
Yeah. And a Kante, you can see bringing that.
Champions League. How can Arsenal be the 8th
most expensive,
the 8th biggest spending club in the world?
Yeah.
And we're sat on the bottom of the league.
Makes no sense.
How can that be?
And then you see all the other teams that,
8th,
and they're in the right positions.
Yeah, spending on players. Arsenal are the 8th biggest spending club in world football. And we're bottom of the league. Right? So I'm not Graham Potter or nothing like that for me. If Arteta was to leave, I want an elite manager to come in and manage a club on those levels. One of the top 10 biggest football clubs in this world.
Yeah. I'm on that. D Mensa says Norwich is a must win. I'm talking a win by a 3-goal margin. If we cannot get a win, Arteta has to go. Next 5 games are crucial.
A 3-goal margin. Again, as you said, a performance would be great and a win, but most important is a win. I'd love to see a performance. I'd love to see a 3-goal margin. Whether that would, people be happy with that, but we'd still then be looking to the next game and say, right, need to do that again. I mean, it'll only be 1 game.
You know what makes me laugh?
3 points, important.
What makes me laugh is Mensa here, and a lot of fans, are labelling games must win, and 5 games are crucial for Arteta. We heard that in November 2020. Next game's a must-win. Next game's a must-win. Arteta's got 3 games. Arteta's got 5 games. We don't know anymore what's going
He's
on.
still here, man. He's Teflon done.
We're here waiting and just, twiddling our fingers to see what's really around the corner.
Yeah, he's got to get it together now, man. I mean, the excuses have run out. Honeymoon period's finished.
Yeah.
The FA Cup, nobody even talks about that now. He's got to start winning games in the Premier League.
This is a good question here, and I know my answer immediately because I said it on my channel. The question is, got a crazy question for you guys. Would you rather have had absolutely no transfer activity, no one in and no one out, but you get Kante in for Arteta, or be in the same place we are now? Do you want my answer first?
Kante for me.
Yeah, there you go. And I agree with that.
Because as I said, we need an elite manager. I think if Kante came in, there's certain players that have been underperforming. He could have turned them around. I think even somebody like a Hector Bellerin under Kante would be a different player. I really do. Be a completely different player.
Of them have the potential to be.
Yeah.
Conte won the league with Victor Moses as right wing back. I'm not dissing him but like it was a shock that he done that, and it's a shock that he won the league with it.
I think I would have had that instead of signings.
I agree, because I think if you don't spend money, it's better than spending money in the wrong manner. And I'm not saying we've done that in the wrong manner.
I've said this before as well. If you ain't got the money to spend on players, spend it on the manager. Get the best manager you can possibly get in, and so he can squeeze every last drop out of those players.
Someone's asking which wins will get us 25 points at Christmas. Big up Cecil in the chat. Hit the like button, people. We're only on 500. I'm on you, Look at that. Why are you on him? What's he done?
He pulled a real surprise on me.
That one. I'm
not going to reveal to people what it was, but he got me.
You got to watch the Best of Enemies tomorrow on Don Robbie's channel. Make sure you guys...
I'm on you, man. I'm on you.
You need to get him back, yeah?
I'm going to get him back.
Start planning.
Yeah.
Another super chat here. It's not about a 3-goal margin. It's the way Arsenal play football, which is important. A plan, a system. That's the most important. And you're nodding there, Rob.
I want to see a pattern of play as well.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I don't know what we do at the moment. I don't know who we are.
It's hard to say.
What's our style? A bit like them kung fu films. Saying, what's your style?
I don't know, Rob. I can't lie. I'm trying to think about it. We're not attacking. We're not defensive. And we're not balanced. We're not tiki-taka. We're not route one. I'm running out of styles.
Let's have somebody in the chat tell us.
I'm running out of styles.
What's our style? Because I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't.
It's all mad.
If you say, because you look at City, you say tiki-taka. You look at Liverpool, say pressing. You know what I mean? Well, you look at Man United, counter-attacking. What's our style?
Still haven't found one. I think our style was lost under the Wenger's last couple of years, and then it never came back. Even under Emery and the 22 game.
No, under Wenger, I knew what the style was.
No, but the last 2 years we lost it. The last 2 years we was a mess, and then when Emery came in,
I didn't know what style was under Emery.
Yeah,
either.
we had 22 game unbeaten, but we couldn't say this is our style. It was very much chop and changing. And then Arteta, again, we're lacking.
I don't know what the style is.
We're lacking. Yeah, let me see. Has anyone losing style? Someone said Leighton Orient style. Imagine. Let's see what's going on.
What's your style?
It's mad. It's mad. One super chat coming here. Style of football. God save our souls.
I don't know what it is.
We have Kung Fu style, says Shrez.
Kung Fu style, that's what I said. Praying mantis. You know what I mean? I don't know what. Serious. Listen, that's
Gangnam Style. Aye, the chat is jokes.
Gangnam Style.
That'd be more entertaining.
Is that not what is it? I don't know.
That's what I've been asking of Arteta for a little while now. Show me your style at the bare minimum. Let me know what your style is.
I don't know what style Arsenal. If you was to describe the Arsenal style, someone please tell me.
Yeah, let us know. But listen, capitulation style, cross and hope. I guess crossing has been a consistent factor under Arteta, even though we have no one in the box to finish them. So a crossing to no one style potentially. I missed the super chat. Let me just quickly go up here.
Seriously, I don't know what the style we are now. I don't know what style we are. Serious. I don't know what star we are, man.
It is what it is. People, there's 5,500 of you watching, 600 likes. Get it up to 1,000, man. It's Robbie's birthday tomorrow and we're not even on 1,000 likes. It's all mad.
About 1,000 dislikes today.
It might just go straight up.
Oh, man. No, it's a serious question. What is our style?
And that's why
I want someone to answer us that, man. Somebody, please, not even with a joke. Tell me seriously, what is Arsenal's style?
It's hard when he's going from back 3 to back 4.
You know?
Odegaard to Emil Smith.
What is it?
Our style is reactive, not active. Free for all. Even that sounds a bit more active than we are. Free for all sounds a bit like entertaining. We are not entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know what our style is, man. We turn up in Balenciaga one day, the next day we're in Marks and Spencer's. Then we got Primark on, I don't know.
It's been a while since we're in Balenciaga, I'll tell you that much, but it is what it is. Any final thoughts for the people out there, Rob?
Final thoughts? What, on the style?
Yeah. Well, I mean, on the, the whole subject of Norwich this Saturday.
My final thoughts is as simple, we need to win. It's as simple as that. We need to win the game. We need to get 3 points. I hear what you were saying earlier about performance, and I'd love to see a performance. And I think they need to give us a performance, but the most important thing is the 3 points, because 3 points gets us off the mark and underway for the season. 3 points means we've scored a goal. At the moment, we've scored no goals. We've got no points. It's disastrous at the moment. So my thoughts on it is that 3 points is an absolute must, or you have to question the manager on. I don't see how he stays in a job if he loses that game. Is the reality, I feel, should be the reality of the situation, because this is Arsenal Football Club, as I said. You know what I mean? It's one of the biggest clubs in world football.
Even boring Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal, had a style of play.
It's one of the biggest.
We knew what we was doing.
Biggest clubs in world football. You can't be after 4 games have lost all 4. No.
2 newly promoted sides. We've got a few super chats coming. Our style, short passes and build up. Go back instead of taking a risk. When in doubt, go down the left, cross, not win a header, and repeat. That's quite a good evaluation of what we've been seeing.
What we see, but what do you call that style? That's what I'm saying. So if I sat down with Mikel Arteta and I said, Mikel, can you tell me what style Arsenal play? I'd be intrigued to understand what he names it.
What he names it. Someone says,
I think Mikel Arteta as a manager gives too many instructions. I think that's one of the problems.
He said doggy style. You get bent over. Imagine. that was a good one as well. I'll give him that. That was a good one. Our style is fast for 5 minutes and then pretend to hold possession for the rest of the game. Hence, Xhaka always plays. Pass the ball to KT and cross. And Vinay's got another hypothetical question. Which Man United player would you have right now who improves Arsenal the most? Going the other way, I would take Partey at United in a heartbeat. United player that improves us the most, who would you take?
It would be Ronaldo.
You take Ronaldo, yeah?
Excuse me, yeah. Because Ronaldo is a winner. Mm-hmm. And Ronaldo would be like a manager on the pitch. He would demand, he wouldn't put up with what...
He'd raise the levels around, that's for sure.
So that's why I go with him.
That's a fair shout.
Because at the moment, there's no player on that pitch that's demanding levels. One of the reasons why Bruno Fernandes has been such a great player for Man United is that he came in, he played brilliantly himself, but you can see that guy, he demands.
Yeah, he raised.
If somebody misplaces a pass, he's turning around and looking at them and go, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right? You need those players sometimes that demand the highest level. And we ain't got that in the squad at the moment. No leaders in that team.
Yeah, and you know what? For that reason, I think it's a very good choice. The fact that he raises the atmosphere around the dressing room, the levels, the leadership.
He demands excellence.
Yeah, I'd like a Pogba next to Partey, but the Ronaldo thing makes sense.
I don't think Pogba. No, I'd still rather Ronaldo because I just, as I said, Pogba's hot and cold sometimes as well. But Ronaldo is, when he goes out on that pitch, he wants everybody playing to the same level as him, or he's going to get vexed. And I think we need that. It's too comfortable at Arsenal as well.
No, you're right. That's
and
a
then
good
there's
shout.
no leader like that on that pitch. Who's our leader? Granit Xhaka. Where is he at the moment? Oh, he's suspended. No.
Again, Arsenal style is like the Fast and Furious movies. You were direct and powerful. Now you're literally messing around on the moon without air. That's actually funny because the last movie, it was about that. Or the next movie, I'm not even sure if it's out yet. Is that one out, Josh? The one on the moon?
On the moon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Space, man.
They go space and they're doing them. Yeah,
They're driving in space?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
it's crazy.
Time to pack that series up.
I think they're on number 9 or 10.
I think it's 10, isn't it?
Watch next one, time travel. They're going to go so fast, they go back to the first one.
Yeah, driving on the
And
moon.
talking about movies, the new Matrix trailer is out, and it's mad, Rob.
I want to see that film.
So do I. But before we
But
wrap
they
up
always,
the
they
show,
always let us down, though, innit?
before we wrap up the show,
What's
you,
this now?
you
What
keep
you
on, you keep on. Like I've been talking to you about this for a while, and you keep on wearing these things around me. This merchandise that Kronke, manipulates the fan base with. So since it's your birthday, me, Cecil, and James, we got together and we thought,
That's nice.
that's what I want to see you wearing around
The old school.
around me
Yeah, I
now.
wear the old school stuff as well.
Yeah, but this one's a special one.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice, man. What size is that?
Double. Should be calm.
Thank you very much, man.
Should be calm. We got
Appreciate
Bird
it,
Camp
man.
number 10 on the back, official.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. I
Come on.
appreciate that. I thought you might have got a Turkish.
No, that's next time. That's next time. Any more of them jokes, I still got a receipt for that. Big up Rocky Nico. I still got a receipt. I'll bring that right back. He's round the
I
corner.
love this. I love this. Actually, this is based off of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I love this, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, man.
No worries, man.
Oh, man. Hey, these guys are all right, you know.
We're not bad, innit?
I was about to do an Arteta on and fire them all, you know what I mean? But
You're ripping man about you're ripping man about Turkey and that, and now you're getting presents saying he's all right.
No. Big up Turkey, man. I can't believe Turkey, though, man. You know what I mean? Like a 6-1. Because they beat Netherlands before. Remember that when it was about 4-0, wasn't it?
4-2. Manager needs to go, Rob. Similar story.
You're on that with the...
I was going to tweet it, yeah, and I thought, nah, people will be on to me saying I've started it with Turkey now.
You don't want the managers at all. All managers.
Right now,
managers
we're not getting along right now. Even you as a manager right now, I'm reconsidering what's going on.
Oh my gosh.
All of you like that.
Oh dear, man. No, come on, Turkey, man. Can they still qualify, though?
Of course we can. We'll play Norway next. Norway and Holland are on 13
Odegaard.
points. We're on 11 points. So it's all in, we've played Holland twice.
Odegaard, what, Haaland?
Yeah, but we beat them 2-0.
Odegaard apparently had a great game the other night. Although that was Gibraltar.
Yeah.
You know, but
12 key passes, 90 minutes.
yeah.
That's the big one. Turkey, Norway next.
Ooh.
I hope Turkey win, and I
forward
hope
to
we
that.
don't injure Odegaard. He has Arsenal duties to come back to.
Yeah.
Because
Did you- I don't know
we
if
nearly
you-
injured Van Dijk the other
I
night.
saw that Polish game last night, man. They were sticking it on England with some tackles and that. I was just like, I was saying, please don't bring Saka on.
It's
Don't bring him
getting
on.
tense.
They were putting some tackles in, man. I was like, jeez.
Let me just get through because I know I've got a last few super chats and we're coming up to 7 p.m. now. Happy birthday, Dom Rob. We
Thank
don't
you.
have any style.
We don't. That's the best answer.
Yeah.
At the moment,
don't have any.
Arsenal do not have a style.
We actually don't
That's
have
a
any
fact.
styles.
Because there is no... People have said bits and bobs about how we play, but nobody's been able to define a style that we play because we don't have one.
It's like if you see a man walking down the road in a vest, flares, and Air Forces, you think... It's like you ask me what that man's style is. That man ain't got no style.
No style.
That's
We
how
just-
we're
we
moving right
just
now.
Ain't got. I don't know what we are right now. We've lost our identity. We've lost our style, and we need to get that back. I think Mikel Arteta needs to find a way of playing and kind of stick to that.
Yeah, just so to show
Stick
us.
to that for the next. Find your style. Stick to that for like even the next 10 games.
So at least we know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
At the moment you're telling us you're trying to do something without showing us, it seems too messy. You're telling us, showing us different. Let's sort out. Stress here says Arteta plays the same style from victories against Liverpool and Man City in the FA Cup. Defensive and pass to the left to Obasaka. Also, we don't play attacking football. And I remember that.
But then he don't because in those games he's playing like 3 at the back. He doesn't really play that no more.
Yeah. Well, we went back to it for the last couple, but I assume for Norwich we'll be back for. Arsenal style is like, oh no, I read this one, the Moon one already. And I think that's, we one more here. We are talking about Liverpool having those bad years, but at least they have some decent players like Gerrard. We ain't got that individual spark.
We've got some good individual players, man, but nobody's sparking them up.
And Gerrard grew at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Let's hope Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe
Yeah.
can grow with us, and let's hope we can.
Yeah, let's not forget we have got some very good players. You know what I mean? We've got there's a lot of good players in that team. And Saka, Smith-Rowe, Martinelli, Aubameyang, Lacazette. There are Thomas Partey, Kieran Tierney. What are they? These rubbish? Come on, we've got good players, but they're underperforming, and it's the manager's job to get the best out of them. That's his challenge right now. Find a style for them to play, get the moods back, happy in that dressing room again, get the fans back on side with some wins, turn this thing around. He's just, you know, you've been given a chance, turn it around. Turn it around.
I think that's the best note to leave it on, Rob. Best
Thank
note
you
to
very
leave
much,
it on.
man. In fact, bless it.
Yeah, shake, go on, we'll shake hands, man. Now I've got him saying we're shaking hands before you just spudding, man, ripping turkey.
Bless for the present, man. I love this, man.
No,
Thank you
come
very
on,
much.
man. No worries.
Appreciate that.
I hope it all fits well and everything. We'll
Yeah.
sort that out after anyway. Like I said, I got the receipts. So if you moan too much, you know, refund have to run. People, Box to Box is out. Look out for that if you haven't already. Straight Out of Coney comes out in the next hour, 8 p.m. Look out for that. James going through the press conference. And yeah, the watch along this weekend running as normal. Fan cams running as normal. Tomorrow, Talk is Cheap. Warm up comes out. Look out for that. Listen, just put your notifications on and hit the like button as always. Love for the love, people. We'll be back again tomorrow. Peace.